Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jean Elsonis, and welcome if you're new. Today, I wanted to try a new face mask that I bought from the grocery store, and I also wanted to talk about therapy. So, let's get right into it.
Welcome to my channel. Yeah.
So, let me share it with you. I bought these two aloe vera face masks from the grocery store. Can you see them? Yes, you can. And I just washed my face. My face is fresh and dry, and my lips are about to start chapping if I don't quickly moisturize it. So this is Symphony Beauty. It's basically K beauty, like Korean beauty. And I've been really into them because I use their face oil, and it really helps with my face. It's like non-cognogenic, so my face doesn't clog up. So I've been using that. So I was like, let me try this. It's a aloe. Ew, why I say it like that? It's a aloe. All about aloe facial spa. 20 minutes, paraben free for all skin types. And so I was like, yeah. It says calm and sensitive skin. So repairs damage, soothes and softens repair. Calm and sensitive skin. Blah 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 blah. So let me open this. Okay, it's open. So let me open it. Oh, that's so awesome. There's 5 face masks in every pack, so it's a bang for your buck. It was like $5. I don't know if that's a steal or not, but we'll see. So wash face and pat dry. The instructions. Apply mask to face and leave on the face. And then the third step is to remove the mask and moisturize and allow the moisture to be absorbed. So let's do it before my face dries out too much and then creates so much oil that I can't control. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Ew, why do I smell like that? It smells good. I'm not gonna complain or anything. So let's put this on. I look like that evil mask lady from Courage the Cowardly Dog that was hitting Courage. Oh, it feels good. Oh my. I feel like Jason. The ski mask. What is he wearing? I don't know. Okay, I'll rub some on my neck. Get my neck moisturized. Okay. So I want to talk about therapy. I wanted to talk about therapy. So as many of you might know already, I'm seeing a therapist for many reasons, but the main reason is for, my self views and how I feel myself now that I'm out of the Jehovah's organization cult, JW, XJW, whatever you want to call it. I just touched my legs and my legs were so cold. So I'm going to therapy and, I like it a lot, but maybe about a couple of weeks ago, I switched my therapist because I don't know if it's just a therapist thing or if it's just like you have a bad therapist or not, but something in my tooth. I noticed that the therapist that I had, I would say for example, I say I don't feel like living, you know what I mean? Today I have had a hard day. I really, wish I wasn't here. It's hard to be alive, and he'd say, don't feel like that. Don't feel that way. Don't think like that. Sir, I'm coming to you because obviously I think like that and I just need positive, whatever therapists do. What are therapists supposed to do? Give you positive ways to deal with situations, you know what I mean? So it's just I would say stuff to him and I'd tell him what's going on in my life, and he just kind of gave me these very creepy vibes. For example, I'd wear a shirt and my boobs would be prone, they would just poke out a little more. you know? And he would just stare at my boobs the whole therapy session. Or if I like bend over or cross my legs, you know, he would stare at my girl parts. He would just stare at me. And I just felt uncomfortable by him. And sometimes I'd come in and say like I had a pimple like right here on the side of my lip. Like, you know, I get lip pimples, lip pimples. That's common, it's normal. And he'd say, "Oh, you don't have he'd stare in my face and be like, "Oh, I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, I don't, you know, I just want to make sure you don't have like what is that called again? It's herpes or whatever. You know." He said, "I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself, whatever." And I just felt like I don't know, like I just got this. He just made me very uncomfortable. And I tell him, like I said, I tell him things that I'm feeling. Like, for example, I was dating this guy, and he wasn't good for me, and I made a video about it, and he would just say, "Yeah, that's not good, sir." Like, you're the one supposed to be giving me direction. Like, I decided to end the relationship with that guy because I decided to end it. You know what I mean? Like, I had to be the one to come up with like the reasoning and understanding everything, and I just thought like, you know, that's why I go to therapy, so my therapist can help me get through these feelings. And I was just like, damn, this guy he doesn't help me with anything. Like, I know they're not supposed to be like tell us what to do. I mean he kind of told me what to do, whatever. He told me what to do on many occasions, but he was just like, he would just, and then what really made it feel like insensitive to me was when I tell him, ew, why do my titties look so low? Oh God. What was I saying? What was I saying? Okay, I remember what I was saying. Sorry, I forgot. So I was saying like, I would tell him certain things about myself or whatever, or like, one week I tell him something, and then the next therapy session I go in and like, he he forgets. Like, it just made me feel, I don't know, like, cause I bet he has like 1,000,000,001 customers or people he's taking care of or whatever, how therapy works. But I would tell him something, and he would, like, the next therapy session, he would be like, "So, like, what's going on?" Like, we didn't have a whole conversation about what I was going through next week. You know what I mean? It just made me feel like he didn't really care about what I had to say and what I was feeling, because he would forget about what we were talking about. It's just like, say for example, you told someone about a special date you had coming up, right? And they're like really excited about it, and you're really excited about it, and you go your special date comes up, and they text you like, "Oh, I forgot." You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things. It just made me feel like it wasn't very personable. Like, he didn't really care about me. And I know they have to write down certain like details so they can remember what to say next, but I don't know. I don't know. I just dislike that very much. That he didn't remember most of the stuff that we talked about, even though he was like, "Okay, do this project for me, and then next week we're gonna talk about it." And then I'm just like, you know, why do it if we're not gonna talk about it? So I have some of these natural seaweed snacks. These are the bomb.com. I love seaweed. I recently tried this seaweed salad, and it was amazing. So I just thought I'd eat like one or two of them, because I literally just had a whole pack. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. Look at how pretty. They're snappy. There's like no calories in there, and it's seaweed, like 20 calories per serving. There's 8 pieces per serving, and there's 3 servings per container. So I'm just gonna. They're like chips. Sorry, it gets stuck in your teeth. It's hard to eat it through this mask. I feel like I'm a psychopath. Look. And I love the original flavors because, what am I doing? I love the natural original flavor because I don't like extra flavors and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like ketchup on my French fries. I don't like nuggets. Dips for my nuggets. I like everything plain. Just how I am. But that's just like, that's what kind of turned me off about my therapist. And then I would tell him, like, because at the time, like, I didn't have a job. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to school. And so he'd kind of make me feel bad. Not like, how do I explain it? Not like, of course, like, I want to do these things. Like, obviously, it is something that I wanted, and so I talked to him about it. But he would be like, are you well? Or he'd treat me like I was, I don't know how to explain it. He just treated me like I was less than. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but the way he treated me was very, like, talked downy on me, kind of. Not really as, like I was a person, kind of more like are you dumb? Like, kind of, like, talked down to me like I was stupid, you know? And I, obviously I'm not, but the situation I was going through, like, with being in the religion and whatnot, and everything I was going through and dealing with since childhood, I felt that I could tell him. And the first therapy session is when I told him everything. And I thought maybe he'd go back in the discussions and talk more about what I was going through, whatever, and dissect everything that made me feel the way that I felt. And we never did. I told him about what my stepdad did to me when I was younger, and that was it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he was supposed to talk more about, like, what I'm feeling and how I can get through what I'm feeling. But it was just kind of more like every therapy session. And I don't know if this is how therapy works, you guys. I just don't know, but I just know it doesn't work for me. But I would go in and I would talk about, I would go in and I would talk about, he'd ask me, okay, so how was your day today? I told him about my day. He'll tell me, okay, that's good. And that was our therapy session. I would just tell him how my day went. There was no feedback. There was no nothing. He would just be like, okay, that's good. Yes, keep doing good. Keep working hard, you know. Stay away from men. And he would just love to hear about my sexually explicit stories. I don't know. I don't know. He would, like, I would tell him about, you know, my times with men and whatnot. And then he'd be like, get a dildo, get a sex toy, get something to pleasure yourself, and tell me how that goes. Like, I kid you not. Tell me how that goes. Or, sorry. I love food. Tell me how that goes, and, like, what happens. Like, it was just like that. He was just like, so, did you go and buy the toy or whatever? Okay, did you use it? I'll say yeah. Well, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I never went to get it. Like, I don't want to go and buy one. Not that I mind. Why spend money on that when I can just go and buy food, you know? It's not a priority to me to have sex with a toy. I mean, of course it probably feels good, but, I mean, why am I talking about this? It's whatever. But he was not my cup of tea. And I stopped seeing him. I'm currently seeing another therapist, but I've only been like 3 or 4 times. I'm not going to cut him down. Like, the advice he gave me about, like, leaving the religion and the book he gave me, it was, like, very informative, and I really appreciate it because it did help me out a lot at the time. But, like, I just feel like I need more, like, feedback. Like, I need an interactive person. Like, why are you feeling this way? Or what made you feel this way? You know, someone who's going to dissect me and get into my mind. Not just, okay, how was your week today? That's good. All right, so I'll see you next week on Thursday. And stare me up and down like I'm, you know what I mean? It's uncomfortable. I don't feel like that therapist really worked. I'm not sure how therapy is supposed to work. I mean, I just seen this new guy twice, and I didn't really tell him about anything that I'm going through because I don't want to open up again to someone, like, entirely new. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about it. But it's been more than about 20 minutes, right? It feels really good too. So I also, from that company, I always get facial oils. So here's what they look like. I always get them. They're non-canonogenic. They're non, like, you know. This one's rose hip and this one's tea tree. I usually use, which one do I use at night? Yeah, I use this one at night and this one in the day because tea tree, I feel like tea tree helps with the sun. I read that somewhere. If not, don't correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to use the rose hip one on my face. I love using oils on my face, but I feel like this summer I'm going to need to use a SPF, a sunscreen, because my dark spots, like my smile lines, are getting worse. Because I smile a lot and I smile hard. I smile like a serial killer sometimes. Oh, it's hard to open. And I just feel like I need something, some sunscreen for my smile lines because they get darker in the summer. And I don't want to look crazy this summer, you guys. So now that it's been 20 minutes, I'm going to peel this off. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about therapy and seeing a therapist, because I feel like it's very important to see a therapist. Very important, especially if you're going through things, or if you just feel like you want to talk to somebody. A therapist is a great way to express how you feel to someone that will listen to you. But I just feel like my therapist didn't really listen to me. I felt like my therapist kind of just like, I mean, he took what I said, okay, that's nice, and then, all right, don't do this, don't do that, and then I'll see you next week. That's all. I just feel like it was not beneficial to me. Because I thought like therapy was supposed to be like, okay, you're going through this, let's do these exercises. Nothing like that. I have seaweed on my leg. I'm sorry. So here's the oil. I'm just going to put a few drops on my face. I love these oils, guys. My hands are slippery. I'll put a few drops on my face. I always use this oil. I've been using it since last summer. And it keeps my face hydrated. I don't usually like oils on my face in the summer. But this is the lightest oil I've ever put on my face. This is the lightest oil I've ever put on my body. And I don't feel... And it hasn't clogged a pore. My pores clog from like being on my period and wearing makeup and not taking it off. But I hardly get acne anymore. Now that I have like a face care regimen, whatever. But I definitely have some acne now because I'm definitely about to... My period's definitely coming. Yes. Make sure you treat your neck the way you treat your face. And that's it, guys. That's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this discussion. It was fun. I say, where's the microphone? Hope you enjoyed this discussion. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, leave them down below because I love to discuss more about therapy and what you guys feel about therapy and how do you deal with your therapist, or does your therapist give you exercises or whatever? So let me know in the comment. Let me know down below, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to eat some ice cream from Ben & Jerry's, and I hope you guys have an awesome night. Good night, guys.